This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
Good morning, I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines. A former Florida DEP employee says he was fired after alerting the public about what he calls secret plans to fast-track the construction of golf courses, 350-room hotels, disc golf courses, and pickleball courts within critical habitats across 9 of Florida's state parks. A GoFundMe campaign titled Support an Ethical Whistleblower's New Start has been organized by James Gaddis, who says he was terminated from the Department of Environmental Protection's Office of Park Planning on Friday, August 30th, after alerting the public about the plans. Gaddis, who had been with the DEP for 2 years, says he was directed to create 9 maps depicting shocking and destructive infrastructure proposals while keeping quiet as they were pushed through an accelerated and under-the-radar public engagement process. He says the proposals were not going to be released until the day before the scheduled public meetings. Gaddis says, as a state employee and single dad working a weekend side job, I knew that sounding the alarm was a risky move. However, I saw myself as a public servant first and felt it was the only ethical thing to do. This issue became far more important than any individual's employment status with DEP. As of this morning, Gaddis had raised over $17,800 towards a $10,000 goal. Green Party presidential candidate Dr. Jill Stein and running mate Butch Ware are coming to Tampa. The two will be hosting panel discussion and meet and greet fundraiser tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Tampa Heights Youth Development and Community Center. This is Stein's 3rd time running for president, but you won't see her on the national debate stage. To qualify, a candidate needs to have at least 15% of the national support based on the average of 5 national polling organizations. Project 538 shows Stein polling at 1%.
So while we haven't won the highest office in the land, we have completely transformed the, what people are talking about and what people demand.
You can hear her full conversation with WMNF's Megan Bowman coming up this afternoon. Stein's panel discussion tonight will be centered on the Uhuru Three, who are facing federal charges for allegedly working on behalf of the Russian government. Their month-long trial begins today in Tampa. Uhuru Chair Omali Yeshitela, Penny Hess, and Jesse Neville, along with several national free speech and social justice leaders, plan to speak with the press on the steps of the federal courthouse in downtown Tampa this morning before heading into the courthouse at 9 a.m. You can hear Omali Yeshitela's interview on last week's Tuesday Cafe on our website, WMNF.org. Engagement efforts in voting, civic activism, or by community organizations can greatly impact election results. WMNF's Leah Marcy reports 2 organizations are partnering up to host youth-centered boot camps statewide in September.
The 2024 election is fast approaching. On the ballot this November is Amendment 4, which would enshrine abortion rights into the state constitution. Floridians Protecting Freedom Communications Director Natasha Sutherland says the organizations are holding 5 organizing boot camps, a way to engage young people in this year's election.
And a storm last month brought over 3 inches of rain to parts of South Tampa in 1 hour. Now the city of Tampa says they will take steps to push forward the plans to modernize the stormwater infrastructure. That includes a new project in South Tampa Park to create one of the largest stormwater ponds. The pond will hold about 25 million gallons of water, the amount of water it would take to fill 1,650 swimming pools. Hotel union workers with Hilton, Hyatt, and Marriott are on strike across 25 U.S. cities. More than 10,000 workers at dozens of hotels stretching from Boston to the West Coast to Hawaii took to the picket line early Sunday morning. Workers are demanding a living wage, better conditions, and more staff to help. I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.